Alright guys, welcome to Off the Beat. My name's Fabian. Today we're going to talk about chords and how you can add chords to your melodies. So let's dive into Ableton and have a look. Alright, so first up, let's just listen to this sample and see what it sounds like. Sounds pretty cool. Now before we can actually get started making these chords, there's a few things that I like to set up to make life a hell of a lot easier for me, and that is to lay out what scale it's in. So as you can see, the scale of this sample is A sharp minor. So if we come down into this MIDI clip, start penciling in A sharp, the A sharp scale. So this is the A sharp minor scale. This is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. A whole step is 2 semitones, a half step is 1 semitone. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to move it across out of the MIDI clip and paste it over a few different octaves. Now if I hit this fold button here, you can see it gets rid of all of the notes that aren't in the scale. Okay, so I like to start on just like the A is my first chord. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag it across like this. And then I'm going to use the first note, which is the A. And then I'm going to count up 3 and then 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called a triad. And this is how I start every one of my chord progressions. So let's listen to that now. Now all I do is I'm going to drag this and go somewhere else. Now a little trick, if you hold down Control while you click and drag, you'll make a duplicate. Alright, so the next step is to actually come up with a rhythm for these chords. Now there's kind of 3 main rhythms that I like to use. One of them is shortening like this, and then extending out like that on the second half. Now, this is kind of cool because it adds like a bit of bounce to it. You can even half these in length to make the rhythm a little bit faster. Or you can blend the 2 rhythms together. Now with this example, I'm just going to stick with the original one we had. Now you have a basic foundation down. You can start moving notes around to make it sound a little bit nicer. So if we get this top one up here, move that down. Maybe if we add a 7th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, add one of those in. Same on this one. Now because we've actually inverted this chord here, I want to put a different note in. So I'm actually going to put a duplicate of the bottom note here, and then this one here will just go like this. Now you've got like a cool chord progression, you can start changing out the instrument to different synths. Now if you're really struggling and you can't come up with a chord progression that you like, what you can do is you can find a sample that's in the same key as the melody, and then all you have to do is right click on it and go convert harmony to MIDI track. So what it does is it turns that sample into MIDI so you can use the notes with your own sound. It's a little bit different, so you might need to fix it up a little bit. This is also a great way to learn how other people structure their chords. And the cool thing about this is it doesn't just work on melodies, but it also works on vocals.
Bring your love to me, baby, promise I will stay. If you don't tell me lift, then I'll show you how I come on, bring your love. Bring your love to me, baby, bring your lover. Bring your love to me.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. Or if you want a whole bunch of free stuff, you can visit my website at offthebeat.com.
Baby, bring your lover. Bring your lover.